When I first moved to Kansas City, we actually hosted quite a few people, and there was a woman we hosted who lived in California, and she had a cabin in the mountains, and it had an apple orchard, and she was telling us how beautiful it was. And I said, maybe one day I can visit you and stay at your cabin. Well, anyways, a few years went by, and I actually had stayed in touch with her. I was in prayer, and I was really needing something new. God had stripped me down. He had cleared me out, relaid my foundation, was continuing to work on me, wanted to bring more healing, and I needed a time of refreshment. I felt like a seed that had been planted in the ground, and I had been sitting there for year after year after year, and I needed to sprout and see this sun. I needed hope. I needed to see that there was a future for me, and I needed new life. I needed to be filled, and I needed so much joy. And in this prayer time, I felt like God said, "Do you still want to go?" Meaning California. And I said, "Absolutely." And so I reached out to a church in San Diego. There was a woman of the church who needed a roommate, and so I contacted her, and I had a place to live, and I contacted a nanny agency, and they said, "Absolutely, we'd love to have you apply, but we need you to be a resident first." So I said, "Okay, great. I have an address. I just need to get down there." And anyways, a couple days before I was planning on leaving, the living situation fell through, and I said, "God, what is the plan?" And he said, "I am your plan." And it felt like he was challenging me to walk on water, to live by faith in greater measures. And so I did. So I had friends throughout the state of California, and I started in the southern part and started staying with friends one night, 2 nights here and there, kind of house hopped, was able to visit. I think I visited all of them, and it was amazing to see. God was so good to me in that time, and it was exciting but scary because, again, I didn't have a job and I was traveling around, and more on that tomorrow.